All right, you're watching the Power Hour. I'm your host, DJ Larry Jones. Today we're joined by the incredibly talented actress Pam Heffler, a dynamic performer known for bringing depth, heart, and authenticity to every role she plays. Please welcome Pam Heffler. Pam, how are you?
Amazing. Thank you. That was such a lovely intro. I appreciate it. I'm
Listen, it's always a pleasure having you on the show. You're such a great spirit.
thank you.
Now, the last time you were on here, we talked about your project,
Yeah.
Dancing Home.
Yeah.
Where are we at with it? I know you were raising money because this is coming out of your own pocket,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And where are we at now with it?
Well, thank you for bringing that up. We're still, I would say, I'm in post production, so we filmed. Got through all that, started the post, then had a little bit of a break, and I just brought on some new team members, so I'm very excited about that. It's still, I almost want to say, a little bit in the messy middle, meaning like we're not there yet. I
Yeah,
can't wait to come back in 6 months and be like, yeah, we're done and we're in festival. So
I know it's a
it's a
long
process.
process.
It
It's a long
is.
process.
It is, but I have an incredible new editor that I'm working with that actually, I won't mention names yet, but he works on a very big hit HBO TV show. So he's been incredible. I feel like we're very much aligned with our vision. Um, you get you get information, feedback, and you go, oh, what's going to work, what's not going to work. I was originally going to use just some stock music. Now I'm
Right.
thinking of actually having a composer compose the whole score. So there's a lot of pieces. So yes, still raising money. Actually, I mentioned this before. The film is stars me and the wonderful Max Gale, who was on General Hospital, and if you know from years ago, Barney Miller. And it is about a father-daughter relationship, and he's slipping into dementia. So there's that theme. So I have been approaching a foundation that really educates, highlights, and entertains around that topic. So I'm hoping to align with them as well. So that's in the works. And then it's also about dreams and dance. So it covers a lot of ground, but we're getting there. And I think what we have looks really beautiful.
I
So
can't wait to see it.
I'm excited, and
Yeah. Almost there, right? Almost home.
almost there. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
almost. Now, when you say dementia, how does this affect you in your personal life? Have you dealt with anyone personally dealing with dementia?
I, to be honest, I haven't had anyone, well, that's not true. A great aunt. Um, but it was very much towards the end of her life, and I was not her caretaker. So this is looking at um, that conversation when people are in midlife and all of a sudden they have to take care of a parent. And
Yeah,
I have several friends that are in that situation
yeah,
that have moved home, that are, one dear friend of mine really grappling with the challenge of that, because a lot of it, you have this parent who's been incredibly self-sufficient and
right.
um, bright and successful, and then very quickly
Yeah.
can't
So
do what they want their independence and all those sort of things. So yeah, the film definitely touches on that, as well as family secrets and dreams. So that's the theme, really. That's one piece of it, but it really is to inspire people that it's never too late to
right.
live their dreams. So that's the other really key component to the film that I hope to highlight and to inspire. And it is actually a very uplifting story. A lot of those stories are very tragic and devastating, which it is a devastating condition that
It
a lot of
is. It
people
is.
face, and more because everyone's getting older. So having that conversation and having support,
Yeah.
and and I do know also the film deals with dance and has music, and those are both really great ways of helping uh, elderly people with dementia.
Yeah. Now, speaking of dance,
Mhm.
you were a dancer and still are. You still are a dancer,
Yeah.
right? Now, what people don't know is you actually dance for Depeche Mode. For people who don't know who that is, yeah, I had to pull deep on this one. What was that like?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you found that. So this is a very funny story. Yeah, when I was in my early 20s, I danced professionally in LA. I'm in LA, but I went to New York and back and forth. It was a crazy experience. It was great. We were out in the desert, like late, and me and one other dancer who happens to be a famous actress, Jenna Elfman. If you look it up, if you look up Depeche Mode video with Jenna Elfman, that'll show up. I don't know if it would show up with my name. Maybe it did. I don't know. And I'm very tiny. She's very tall. So we were in little bikini. It's a very funny video. I mean, it's very quirky and it was great, but it was a long time ago, and I can't believe it still exists. You can find it out there if you look on YouTube.
We're gonna run the clip. So
yes, we were both babies, and there we were having a lot of fun. And ironically, I don't know, this is a funny story. I teach a ballet class right now, and there's a wonderful, quite well-known choreographer that's been taking my class, and it really is a class for everybody. I get beginners and then professionals and ex-professionals, and this choreographer is working with Jenna on a TV show right now and said, I'm going to bring this actress, Jen Elfman, to your ballet class. Do you know her? I was like, oh my God. I haven't seen her. I don't know if she'd remember me. It was a long time ago. So that's funny that you brought that up.
That'll be a nice reunion, right? You just bring that up and say, hey, remember me?
Yeah. It was a long time ago. So yes, it was fun. I did a handful of music videos back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know where a lot of them went. I mean, yeah.
They're out there. They're out there somewhere in YouTube land, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
Now, another one of your projects I absolutely loved, and that's The Shift with you and Danny Glover and some other great actors and actresses in there. What was it like working on that set?
Oh, it was incredible. I actually sort of get chills thinking about it. It was very powerful. We were downtown here in LA at what was once a real hospital. First of all, it takes place. It's called The Shift. It's one night in an ER. I played the mom to the lead character, who is a doctor who is dealing with his brother who had been in a terrible accident and is in a coma. And I play his mom in flashback scenes. So it was very palpable, very intense, incredibly supportive set. Leo, who was Oliva, who was the writer and writer and star of it and producer, was amazing to work with. I actually never got to meet Danny. He was on different days. He played the head surgeon on it, but it was just a passion project for everybody. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. Yeah, it was a really powerful experience.
Now, you've done theater as well, right? Do you prefer live theater or TV and film? Which one do you prefer?
I mean, both have their challenges and their rewards. I did a beautiful piece a couple years ago here live about the war in Ukraine. It was so powerful. It was a live theater piece. And I love that for me, being able to merge art and activism and what's happening in the world feels important to me. And so it was a very powerful experience. But I have to say, I just shot 2 films recently that haven't come out yet. And I love the intimacy of film. I love the deep connection. I just saw 2 incredible plays this last week, actually. And it's just a different feeling when you're in a theater. I mean, there's an aliveness and you're dealing with audience and that energy. So I guess, again, I love both. It just depends what it is. But more recently, I'm loving film because I love, again, just sort of the quiet, intimate moments that are powerful that you can create on film that are I had an acting coach once say, when you're on film, you go deeper, not wider. And that just you drop a little deeper. And again, working on my own film, some of the moments that I think are most powerful are just so quiet and simple, but truthful and just hit that note. And I just love that work. So
you're amazing. You're truly amazing at it. I would like to see with more stuff, and I can't wait to see your project coming out, Dancing Home. Now, if people want to donate to that, right, and say, you know what, I'm going to help do that, how can they do it, and what will they get out of it? Because it's something they get out of it, like names and credits or whatever it is. What will
Yes,
they get?
yes, yes. Oh, thank you again for asking that. Yeah, I'm always, I mean, it takes a village. I'm open to donations. I have, and I can put that in our show notes, a link to the Elira Foundation. It's elira.com, but dancinghomethefilm.com. But there's a link to donate. It is a 501c3 with From the Heart Productions. So basically that means that any donation is tax deductible for everybody. And I offer gifts or perks, meaning, you can, you get a shout out on social media up to credit in the film, depending on how much. I'm also offering a free download to the film for anybody that donates. Also, I also teach embodiment work. I have Dance Your Life embodiment coaching as well as Pilates. So I'm offering free sessions. I have a really fun dance playlist that I will send you for anybody. So there's lots of, and if you go on the fundraising page, again, it's on Elira, ALLYRA. Again, we'll get the link for everybody. And any donation is so welcome. No donation is too small or too big to make this happen. And there is I have a big vision for this. It's not just this project. I'm actually going to be speaking with a colleague who produces about, I want to really make this into a pilot and a series. I have a really big vision to expand this. So this is just the first step. But yes, we want to get this out there in the best way and hopefully entertain as well as inspire.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. Pam, I thank you for joining me on the show. It's always a pleasure having you on. Ladies and gentlemen, Pam Heffler.
Oh, thank you so much. Awesome.
Thank you.
From the time I was little, I dreamt about being a dancer. When other kids were doing sleepovers or playing at recess, I was choreographing and performing as much as I could. Hi, I'm Pam Heffler. I am the creator, writer, and actress in the film Dancing Home.
Hi, my name is Lisa Dolmal-Reeve and I'm the producer for Pam Heffler's short film Dancing Home.
I wrote this film because my passion is to inspire people to live their dream and not settle. In my film, the main character is in midlife, struggling with her life path, trying to figure out what she really wants to be doing with her life. At the same time, her elderly father is slipping into dementia. This father-daughter relationship and this beautiful young kid that she encounters who has a passion and dream for being a dancer but doesn't have the means, gives her the courage to change her life path and actually do something extraordinary in her life.
The story particularly resonated with me on a very personal level. My late father also had Alzheimer's, and the disease itself is heartbreaking and very difficult for both the person who has it and the carer. And I believe this story really addresses that issue.
Dancing Home is a proof of concept for a TV pilot.
Everything that makes a film, it truly is a village from the beginning all the way to the end, and we invite you to be part of our village. Come and join the movement. Any donation, small, big, in kind, sharing the post will help us enormously. We thank you from the bottom of our heart. Please come dance home with us.
No donation is too small or too big. We would love you to participate and be part of our movement. Thanks again.